This is the Assure model over the copyright assignment that was created. The first is analyzing learners. General characteristics. Student population are grades 7 and 8. It is mixed population of boys and girls. Students age range from 12 to 14 years old, predominantly Hispanic and African American students. Specific entry competencies. Most students can navigate online. They can open websites and view videos. Students can follow direct commands and step-by-step instructions. Students can create presentations themselves to reflect learning. Learning differences and needs. Some students prefer to work alone. They will be given the choice to do assignment with a partner or by themselves. Students have option to complete work on poster or on PowerPoint using technology. The state standards and objectives. Strand 4.6 says the library encourages students to use digital intellectual property responsibly and understand current copyright rules. ISTE standards say mentor students in safe, legal, and ethical practices with digital tools and the protection of intellectual rights and property. Given a presentation over copyright, the student will create a visual presentation of their own that expresses their knowledge of copyright with examples. Students will be able to teach it back to instructor. Select strategies and resources. Select strategies. Lesson will be teacher and student centered. I will inform students and give information for students to take notes on. Students will then work in groups to construct a visual representation of their learning with the definition, examples, and an illustration. Students will then address their learning to class. Select resources. Technology and media. Online presentation of copyright. Student may use PowerPoint to submit their project. Students at my campus are one-to-one, therefore all students have individual tablets. Groups can work on PowerPoint Live for all student input. Select materials. This lesson will include guided notes for students to use as a guide. Students will have rubric of expectations their project should fill. Utilize resources. Preview resources. Preview copyright video. I will verify that links are working. I will check Promethean board and sound. I would need to make sure and verify that computer is working. To prepare resources, I would prepare video with audio. Prepare the Cornell notes students will use as they follow video. Have posters and crayons and markers for students who will create a poster board. Prepare the environment. Students will be using the library to watch video lesson. Students will also be in library to construct their projects. Tables in library are set up for groups of up to 4 people. Prepare the learners. Students will listen to snips of 2 songs, Vanilla Ice, Ice Ice Baby, and Queen and David Bowie's Under Pressure. Ask students, were there any similarities? Get them brainstorming. Students should be able to hear the similarities between the 2 songs. Provide the learning experience. Guide students learning with presentations. Mentor students during independent projects and answer questions they may have. Require learner participation. Practice. Students will practice what they learned by creating their visual representation on a poster or PowerPoint. Students will have to relay back to class their own learning. They become the teacher. Feedback. I will give feedback to each group. I will respond on their poster or by email if it was sent through a PowerPoint. Feedback will be positive and/or I may ask students to elaborate more on their learning. Evaluate and revise. Evaluate impact on student learning. Rubric is used to determine the impact on student learning. Check to see if student understood the meaning of copyright, and can they state why it is in place with examples of copyright. Evaluate and revise strategies and resources. Students can use a rating form to evaluate the lesson and leave a comment for suggested improvement. Revision of strategies and resources. Review the evaluations, see where there is room for improvement, make sure I was able to reach all learners.